What was that guy's name? Do you remember?
No free stuff, no shout out. That's a policy of this pod.
Maybe it's a new wave progressive Adelaide.
You have to have
Woke
pink
Adelaide.
TNs.
Woke Adelaide.
They're just very aggressively progressive.
Welcome back to Critical Banter. This is the podcast where we take the very best bits from your favorite late night shows and package them into one single podcast. On this week's episode, we have a new game using some of the answers you guys submitted. We'll be playing with PP. And then we have another new segment, Heroes and Villains. But before that, throughout the week, we've got me and Miguel. We have Seni.
Hello.
Kushy.
Yes, sir.
And Rowie.
G'day. Quick shout out, actually, to a listener that I met at Mazda Artarmon service station.
Fucking hell.
Niche.
So I was servicing my car, right? And I came in at a nice early 8 o'clock,
Jesus.
8:30,
Nice.
because I didn't want to be recognized. Get it done early. And so I was like, all right, the servicing usually takes like 2 hours. So what I'll do is I'll go in there, get my car serviced, but I'll sit at the service station and I'll just do some work. Then the guy hits me with, your car will be ready at 4:30. And I would be like, this simply will not do. In fact, I actually need to get home immediately. But you have my car, so I am trapped. So I was like, all right, I'll call Cindy. I'll be like, because she was off. And then she asked me, I can pick up at Chatswood, no dramas. And St. Leonard's, Artarmon and Chatswood, very close together, famously.
Famously.
As I'm on the phone, some guy comes, looks at me. He's just staring at me. And I was very concerned. I was like,
I'll be wrong, this man.
yeah, I was like, do I know you from somewhere? And so I'm on the phone and this guy's just looking at me. And then while I'm on the phone, he's like, hey, bro. And I was like, dude, what's doing here? Anyway, so I actually thought it was urgent. So I was like, all right, Cindy, give me a sec. And I put the phone down and this guy's like, are you from the Critical Banter podcast?
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, I am.
This is urgent.
What's it to you? Anyways, he was his name was Tolu. He was a really nice guy. He's like, spoke to me a little bit. We were chatting about what he does, pharmaceutical sales. I told him he wants to break into tech sales. I used to do tech sales, had a good yarn.
So it's just a networking opportunity for this man.
Maybe. But then he also hit me with, I overheard you would go to Chatswood. I'm catching an Uber to Chatswood. Do you want to jump in?
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, actually I would want to jump in.
Stranger danger.
But I was like, oh, well, he's a listener. He's a fan of the podcast. So what's he going to do?
Fine.
Well, what if that's his MO?
No, he clearly knows I have no money. So he's not going to do anything to me. So we walked to where, I guess, downstairs, waiting for this Uber. But he's ordered Uber pool. And I think he's thought that I could just jump in to an Uber pool.
Oh.
So when the Uber pool gets there, no one else is in the car. And then he's like, oh, can I bring my friend? And the Uber driver was like, no, you can't. This guy's got a book. I'm picking up clowns on the way. And so I spent 5 minutes trying to book this guy's Uber. So I was trying to call a ride to Chatswood and just hoping that it connected to him.
Yeah.
It didn't. And eventually the guy's like, I'll just get in. So I was like, sick, all right. Now I'm sitting with Tolu talking about his watch and how he went to Melbourne. And then at the end, the nice guy, he's like, get out of the car. Tolu said this, get out of the car. I'll sort you out. And I was like, no, you don't need to sort me out, man. So it's all good. And turns out Tolu has pay ID'd the Uber driver $15 for my Uber.
Wow.
For your
For
share
my
of
share of the Uber. So little shout out to Tolu. That was a very nice experience. And if anyone else wants to give us free stuff, I think we're all happy for that.
And then you obviously paid Tolude back, right?
No, well, I insisted.
You insisted. Okay.
And then in some cultures, it's actually rude.
Of course.
You know,
I understand,
if someone's offering a gift,
Yeah.
you don't pay them back for the gift. And that's how I just took it. But the funniest thing about all this is I think, actually, me and Sen have had a number of fan encounters.
run-ins, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've yet to have. Mix, have you had one?
No, I haven't.
Interesting.
I've been minutes away, apparently, right? So we went out for dinner after a soccer game, right? And then these boys went for dessert, but I went home. Apparently where they went to dessert, someone recognized them. So if I had a sweet tooth that day, I could have had a little encounter.
Wow. Wait, was this another a fan encounter very recently? Was it separate from what's this guy's name?
Tolu. No, this was before Tolu. We went to Macca's one day.
A couple of weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, after dinner.
Wow.
What was that guy's name? Do you remember? Testing.
Yeah.
No free stuff, no shout out. That's a policy of this pod.
No, but I remember telling the story about meeting the fan in the Hunter Valley when I was at the go-karting place. Did I tell you this story?
You have.
Did you?
You have. I just don't know, on air or off air.
Yeah,
No,
I can't
so-
remember. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so I was at the Hunter Valley and I was with my exchange mates. My exchange mates are all girls, right? So I was just in the Hunter Valley go-karting with
He's
all
got a fucking harem,
with like a
bro.
harem, like literally 6 chicks. And so I'm sitting there like in a group of these girls, and this like podcast listener comes up. He's like, oh, like, and by the way, I won go-karts. So my name was at the very top of the sheet that everyone
Is
gets.
it your govy or just right here?
No, the Govy.
Whoa.
And so I was just talking to my friends, and this guy comes up to me and he's like, oh, are you from the Critical Banter podcast? And then he was asking me, he's like, I'm like, do you just hang out with chicks all the time? I was like, no, man. These are just my like friends I met in exchange.
That's pretty funny.
But you got to get out more, lads. You got to service your car. I reckon that's where these fans are listening.
I've been accosted at work twice. Once was our good friend, dear friend Shrika,
Shrika, yeah.
who unfortunately didn't get a call back for that job. And another one was I was just at the canteen, like near my work, and the guy stumbled up to me. He's like, "Are you from the podcast?" And then I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Oh, nice to meet you," and then just walked away. And then messaged the podcast Instagram page a few days later saying, "Sorry, I was really drunk.
But if you ever want a free beer,
If you ever want a free beer," that's true. So maybe it is the thing. If you do see us in the public, because that's like the thing, the Hamish and Andy thing. What do you have to say to them, bro?
well, you just go up to them,
Yeah.
and they'll give you $1 if they meet you.
Is that it? Do you have,
That's
I thought
it.
you have to say something. Like, then you have to ask them, "Do you have $1 or something?" Or
Yeah, well, it's like, do you have $1? You ask.
And then if they don't have one, what do they have to do?
They give you a bow. Do we want to implement something like this?
I think so, but
The
I don't want
reverse
to bow
subscription model.
Yeah,
We pay you for listening.
I think all of us want something though in return.
No, we'll give them something.
Yeah, right.
We'll give them a photo. They can put it on their Instagram.
Is there a certain?
I don't think
caption
that's as much of a prize as you
Yeah.
think it is, right?
Is there? Does anyone carry cash still these days?
No, there's no
I'm a
cash.
cashless man.
Yeah.
Kush, what are you willing to offer as the generous man that you are?
So you're at Town Hall Station.
Yep.
Sus individual comes up to you
Yep.
and then says they're a podcast fan, and now you must give them something in return for them to go away.
At first they start with, "Are you Kush?"
Yeah, sorry.
Not
of
even,
course.
no podcast mentions, "Are you Kush?"
Well, we tested this out this morning, right? With my sleight of hand with that Nerf gun, that's coming out quick. And
You're going to shoot them.
I'm putting a Nerf bullet
You're strapped at all
Our
times.
poor listeners.
strapped with a Nerf gun at all times. Don't you worry.
So don't approach Kush. That's the moral of the story.
No, I don't know what I do. Like, what I like the idea of like the bowel system. Like, there's some sort of code word.
It's been taken though.
Yeah, we can't do the bad.
Code word, maybe a code word.
No,
a little
that's
phrase.
not fun. It's got to be a public display of
Yeah,
something. If you're not going to
okay.
give them
Maybe
something.
you just start singing the Cuckoo Cucked theme song. Just start singing in
I don't
public.
think anyone wants that.
That's a bit too far.
I think you're right. It has to be a big public gesture
We'll think about it. Let's think about
Let's-
it.
let's
And we'll come back
brainstorm
next
that.
week. We'll come back next
because
week.
it feels like we're getting recognized more and more. Dare I suggest? Or is it just
Just me and
correlation means causation?
if more and more is our time and servicing our time.
But that's so random.
Is that not a
That's
random
out of
place to be?
nowhere.
Yeah, true. It is pretty random. Yeah.
All right, we'll have a think. Go back to you.
As I've got a quick question I wanted to surface to the boys here. Around my local shopping center, Westfield, I've been noticing a few more of these subspecies of humanity appearing, which I'm not too much of a fan of, to be honest.
I
it
need
got me
more
thinking-
clarity on that.
I'm getting into it. Don't worry.
Before I
Worrying.
jump in there.
Don't worry, I'm getting into it. I'm getting into it. Don't you worry. Anyway, these subspecies that I'm calling them, they're I'd say commonly known as ESHAYs. And I'm seeing a lot more of these ESHAYs appearing. And it kept getting me thinking, like, how does one become an ESHAY? Like, what makes them become an ESHAY in Sydney? Because you see so many of them, but like the sound mind should say stay away, right?
I think it starts off with the purchase of Nike TNs.
Okay.
It's Lucky Phantoms these days.
Is
that's
it?
That's
the
moved
new
on,
wave.
yeah.
Wow.
I've seen a wide diversity of shoes. With
Oh,
these
really?
ESHAYs. Yeah, I feel like they're branching out.
So
these
it goes
days.
beyond just the physical. Maybe it's a spiritual experience becoming an ESHAY. Maybe it's the ESHAY life chooses you. You don't choose the ESHAY life. You know?
I was
You're born with it.
surprised, though. There was just so many roaming around. Like it was like
Just describe an ESHAY for maybe people who don't know what an ESHAY is.
well, I think the common one that I see, at least around my area, is sort of like could be just a nice white or black simple T-shirt or a polo T-shirt. Sometimes maybe with the what is the little golf guy Ralph Lauren? I don't know the brand anyway.
The more Nautica. I feel.
Nautica.
I would say
Nautica,
Nautica as
yeah.
well.
Okay, Nautica's one of them as well. And then there's always the TNs, low socks. Socks never that high, quite low. Keep him frosty. And then shorts.
Short shorts, I feel.
Shorts.
Yeah.
And a Nike hat sometimes
You'd
to
have the
top it
dry
off.
fit hat.
Correct.
Yeah.
And a bum bag as well.
A bum bag, sorry, a bum
good
bag.
measure.
Yes.
And
they're
Nicely
also-
strapped tight. There
And
we
they're
go.
also built like a stick.
Yes.
None of them have any weight or muscle to them.
Yeah, it's a little cicada, a walking cicada. That's what they are. And I just,
Walking cicada.
I don't know why there are so many of these. I don't know if it's just me, but I've seen like they've doubled.
Are you asking, is it nature or nurture? Like, is it?
Yeah,
Are you
potentially.
born in ESHAY or do you?
Well, that's what I'm thinking because like if there's more people are becoming people like this.
I think it's nurture.
You reckon it's nurture?
Yeah, I think it's nurture.
Absolutely, it is.
I reckon there's a bit of nature to this. I reckon it's a bit
You're
of
born
like,
in fucking
you're-
Adelaide.
You're born in Adelaide. I'm telling there's just too many out there for me to say this is all contextual. It's all because of the zeitgeist, the personal and the...
Like I said, it just starts off with the simple purchase of those Phantoms or TNs.
You think they're cool, you buy them, and then
buy
before you
'em.
know it, you've
Then you reckon your whole
down the rabbit hole.
And then you watch some like Ziz videos back in the day, and you see the shorts that he's wearing, and you're like, oh, I think that would fit nicely. So you chuck on the shorts.
I think you're right. ESHAY culture has increased in the
It's
last few
increased,
years.
right? I feel like, I don't know.
I
if
remember
it's
on
just me.
TikTok seeing a lot of like ESHAY, like that song, the ESHAY song from like
Yeah.
a year or two ago.
Huh?
Another one.
The-
I'll be honest, I have not seen any ESHAYs. The ESHAY.
Yeah, that song.
That's
Oh,
that
that
song.
song, right. That's a tune, but
It is actually
Is that a 1-4 song?
No, it's not
No,
one for.
never
It's I don't know who it is.
I don't know. Hooligan have something.
But I know what Westfield you're talking about. And I swear it's always had Adelaide's at the front.
It's more now. They're just roaming. They're coming in and out of subways, event cinemas. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Like, I don't know.
Surely they're not watching Barbie, are they?
No, they're not. They're
Seems
not.
against the code.
Maybe it's the new wave progressive Adelaide's.
You have to have
Woke
pink
Adelaide.
TNs.
Woke Adelaide's.
They're just very aggressively progressive.
Fuck, there's a good sketch in there somewhere. Woke
It's
Adelaide's.
something that an Australian Key and Peele would absolutely kill.
We've trademarked that. No one take it.
The other thing was I did watch Oppenheimer again, like with my brother, and then there were 3 ESHAYs actually next to us, and they just wouldn't shut up. They started punching each other for 20 minutes, non-stop in the film. Like one guy
Really?
would just start hammering him, and they were like, they'd laugh, like, like fucking cackling away. And I was like, dude, like,
Did you say anything?
no, of course not. No, I'm not going to say anything to the ESHAYs, but that's my thing. If they're entering the cinema domain, they've increased.
No,
in
we
my
know
eyes.
your thoughts on cinema etiquette.
Yeah.
That-
It's
like-
twofold. What's your favorite ESHAY etiquette?
My favorite ESHAY etiquette?
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite ESHAY
Mine
etiquette.
personally is when they have music blaring from their old phones on the train.
I do
I'm a
love
big fan for that because 1, their phone is shit,
Yeah.
and 2, their music
The
is
music
shit,
is even shitter.
and then they're just there. Oh, dude! One time I was on a train, right?
Yeah.
And then this guy came in with a bike, but then he was kind of courteous, low key. He went in the place between the carriages. You know, between the carriages, there's that little walkway that has
Yeah.
like the open
The vestibule.
automatic
Yeah,
doors.
yeah, yeah.
What is it?
The vestibule.
The vestibule.
I'm pretty sure we talked about this in the
Isn't that what
podcast.
you're wearing now?
And he was in the vestibule blaring his music, sitting down with his bike. It's unreal.
Respect.
He could have been in the carriage. Like, that's a respectable ESHAY.
Just recently?
It's like last year or something.
Dude, it is the new age
Maybe
ESHAY.
New
this
era,
is the
new wave.
ESHAYs are kinder now. It's just maybe it's just a fashion now. ESHAY is just.
I've never seen an ESHAY with a bike. I thought ESHAYs are on foot all the time.
Nah.
No, they're
they
on
got bikes,
bike,
they got
bro.
bikes.
No,
Really?
That's their preferred mode of transport.
No way.
Nah, I think they prefer foot.
I do. I think they prefer the TNs. That's the transport.
Yeah, the TNs, sorry, the
TNs
wheels.
transport, yeah. I will say very quickly, my favorite etiquette is the one with the scooters because it's like
Scooter ones are menaces
because
as well.
they're menaces, but it's also they look goofy. They look so goofy, dude. Like think about that outfit and in a scooter and this guy with one leg up, just like going down George Street. It's just so goofy.
Wait, are you talking about the manual push scooters or the electric scooters? Because I've seen a few with the electric scooters.
That's
the
too
they're
much.
push
wild.
one.
They're
I've-
wild.
yeah, the
You know those
manual
are
push
illegal in Australia, in Sydney?
What?
What?
Yeah,
the
they're
electric
illegal.
scooters?
Really?
Yeah, you can't have them.
Dude, I've seen so many of them.
It's all
Report
illegal.
the police, mate.
Wait, why are they illegal?
I don't know.
Oh.
But you can't ride them. You can only ride electric bikes, but you can't ride those electric scooters.
Dude, I've seen way too many of them for these to be illegal.
Alrighty, fellas, new game this week. Thank you for sending in some of your responses. We have formulated it into a game called Personality Profiling. What the game is, so we had a call out during the week. Send in your 3-word descriptions of each of the boys. And what we'll do is I will read some of them out, and the boys here will have to guess which one of us is described using those 3 words. Another reminder, we have the recurring leaderboard. I hope you can see it on the screen. a quick score update, a redaction as well from last week. We said Sen was on 1 point last week, but we've watched the footage. We've watched footage. You're on half, Sen.
All right, fine.
So Kush is on 0, Sen's on half, Rose on 2, and I'm on 3.5. So I'm hosting this week's game, and because I'm far ahead, I'll take a break.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
Get a point this week. So Kush, get a fucking point on the board, please.
I don't know. I really like that 0. It is an exceptionally perfect 0. Why should I?
Mix drew that this time.
Oh, Jesus Christ! And both of you are
Oh, that's techies. And as well, if you are on the YouTube, we have whiteboards this week. Someone hold them up. So we'll be writing our answers on there, and then we'll be reading them out afterwards for you audio listeners. But are you boys ready? First 3 words we have are call center scammer. So which of you do you think the audience has
Seems
been
racially
called?
motivated.
There's 3 names that come to mind.
3 brown people and a Filipino in here. Call center scam. All right.
Oh, that's actually, yeah, if you think about it.
Okay.
Call center scammer. Boys, write your answers down. We'll have a run through them.
This is a bit worrying. If this is the tone. This is immediately hostile.
This is kind of.
I'm glad I don't have to answer this one as well. just quietly. Right, we'll start with you, Sen. Who have you put down?
I don't know. It was a 1 in 3 guess.
Oh,
Kush.
You've put down
I've gone
Kush.
Kushagra.
Why have you done Kush? Just a guess?
I feel like Kush is a menace, so people thought maybe he tries to scam the call center people. Maybe I don't know.
All right, Kush, who have you put down?
I've actually put down.
And why is that?
Because he's browner than me. I'm allowed to say that.
Okay, you can say it.
Yo, I reckon give him a point just for that. That's funny.
We'll see that.
That's class.
And then Rowie, who do you have?
I've done myself.
So we've all gone 3 different answers.
So one of us is correct.
That is, yeah.
And we've all enforced the racial
And
stereotype.
why have you gone yourself here? Right?
Because I think it was based off to do with the chat where we talked about scamming.
Yeah.
And I was talking about how I scam people on RuneScape. And I would have done Migs because Migs also talked about that.
Yeah,
And
interesting.
I'm brown. So call center kind of makes sense.
All right, so he caveated with not racist, I swear to God, just because he scams everyone in Sydney. So it is Euro. Well done.
Yeah, there we
That
go.
makes sense.
That
That makes
is-
sense.
What do you mean everyone in Sydney? That's a bit much. No?
Well, that's
Poor
how it
Toulouse
is.
as well now, realizing he's been scammed from an
I
Uber.
didn't scam Toulouse, mate.
That one was sent in from Nick. Alrighty, next 3 words we have. Mean, bully, elderly. Which one of yours is mean, a mean, bully, and elderly? We'll start with you, Ro.
I've gone Sen question mark.
He's put a question mark.
Because I am older than Sen.
Yeah.
But I don't think people would describe me as mean or a bully.
Correct.
And I don't think people describe Kush as mean or a bully. But I do think they would describe Sen as mean or a bully. Although the
Interesting.
elderly thing is really throwing me off.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cushy, who have you gone for?
I mean, I think this should be me. I put my personality out there. I am mean at times. You know, I'm going to go with that.
Elderly seems aggressive.
If you talk about my hairline that Sense pointed out a couple of times in the podcast,
Ooh,
then,
that's
you know,
not on. That's
a low
not on.
blow.
It's tough, man. You shouldn't be saying that. Come on.
Alrighty, and who have you gone?
Similarly, I've also gone Kush.
Hairline as well, or?
That didn't honestly cross my mind. Mean bully. I thought elderly was more. Kush has got that old man, you know, shakes his fist at the clouds kind of vibe.
The grumpy
Can I
man.
change
The
my
grumpy
answer?
old man. No, you cannot.
Your question mark. No, you
Why?
can't,
What's
bro.
swaying you to change your answer?
I think those points are extremely valid. I think
But I don't know, bro. Who
Maybe we're
knows?
wrong.
We're
Maybe
wrong.
Is he going to change? You change your answer? Is he allowed to change
I'm
his
leaving.
answer?
I'm leaving.
No, you can't change your answer. Once it's done, it's done.
okay, fine.
All right, because it is Sen.
Wow.
It is Sen, so that's another point for you, Ro.
Who wrote that in?
Sent in by Miuri.
See, that's personal with her, though.
Fine.
That's
See, that's a bit silly. Should that be counted?
I
still
thought these
gives
are
off the vibe.
listeners, not.
No. In the friend
Does she
group.
not listen? She must listen.
I don't think she does.
Oh, that's a bit okay.
Well,
All right.
If I knew it was her, of course I would say it's me.
I'm not a fan of that. Let's count that
Yeah,
as a
that's-
question mark to the
No,
point.
no.
That's a point.
That's a point.
That's a point.
Yeah,
Said
I'm not. Yeah.
Anyone was fair game to submit an answer? If
Oh, now I've got to think about my actual personal life as well.
This is nah.
Um,
You see how we tackled the way listeners would
Yeah.
perceive us? I say we deserve a point for that.
Moving on.
I'll note that down, but no point. All right, next one. Right, just pod. Right, just think about the pod now. Or I'll give you that at least.
All right.
Sigma eclectic daddy.
Jesus Christ.
Sigma
I've got
Eclectic, was it?
Eclectic daddy.
And I can guarantee he's sent in by a listener, not a
No.
Personal friend.
which
Okay.
would be more interesting if it was a friend, actually. But it isn't. Sigma Eclectic Daddy.
I wouldn't consider any of us Sigmas. Daddies?
That's just rude.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, we're all a Sigma.
Who gives off daddy energy?
Yeah, who gives us daddy energy? That's the interesting one.
I've locked in something,
I'm
and again, there's question marks.
this question mark bullshit. I've also locked in something here, Mix.
Yeah.
All right, we'll start with you, Kush.
I went with Ro here. I
Why
went
is that?
with Ro because of
I'll
the.
take it.
Like I said, I think Ro does exude a bit of the daddy energy. It's because the Burks give me that a little bit. Eclectic. I feel like Ro's the most eclectic out of
That
all
is
of us, and purely on that is why I'm choosing you, Ro.
But also the Sigma part, right?
Less said about that.
Let's move on to Sen.
Senny, who you got?
I've gone Kush times 3. Because it's the third row answer in a row I've given Kush. And honestly, it's just that one answer was Ro before, one's been me. So I'm assuming it's either you or Kush. So I've gone Kush.
All
just
right.
by the process of elimination.
All right.
Wait,
fair.
are you included in this?
I'm including
Of course
this.
he's included
Bro.
Actually, I just want to change for that. All good.
Okay, I won't change either.
You fucking bastard.
in this. I'll be honest, I was tossing up between, one of you two.
Okay.
Alrighty, Ro.
I've gone send 2 question marks.
Nah, definitely not me.
Why is there 2 this time?
So, are you more tentative now? with the two
Way
questions?
more tentative.
Yeah, that's wrong. I'll tell you right now. That's wrong.
You don't think you give off daddy energy, Senny?
No way. Definitely not me.
Why, Ro?
No, as in Sen doesn't give off daddy energy, but he gives off dad energy. So I thought
That's different.
Sen's back is gone. He's going to be complaining about his lower back for weeks now. But I think I'm wrong. I have a feeling it's Miguel or Kush
I have a feeling
now.
it's Miguel.
I can tell you're wrong, Ro, but it is Kushagra Kundra.
Like, did I
Alice.
get it right or?
As in it's you, so Sen
Oh,
gets it
Sen
right.
gets it right.
You're giving off Sigma Eclectic Daddy energy.
I'm not sure if that. I'll take it.
Well,
And
you,
I'll
who
take
was,
it.
Who was that written in
you can
by?
take it in with Mary.
Yeah,
Maybe we should have also asked people to give us an explanation as to their answer.
That's too many words.
Alright, fair enough.
That's a barrier to submitting responses, and we can't have that.
All right.
Thank you, Mary, for
Thank you,
submitting
Mary.
that one. Right, next one we have is Dominic Perrottet 2.0.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
It could be, I don't know, what could that be? Personality, looks, name?
I don't
No.
think this person has seen Dominic Perrottet then.
Doesn't look at anyone here.
Maybe it's vibes then? I don't know.
All right. There's only one way I've taken this.
I've also only taken this one way.
All right, Senny, who you got?
Go on the man sitting next to you.
All right, why?
Dominic Perrottet, famous Christian man with 8 children.
I don't have 8 kids. I have 0 kids on
You
the
are
record.
the most Christian man here in this room. And you also don't believe in protection.
talking about.
Gay conversion therapy. So
Enough.
therefore I've gone Rohit.
All right, Kushi, what do you have?
I've gone with Sen with multiple tick marks here.
How many ticks is that?
And no question mark, as you can see. I've crossed it out because I'm quite confident in this one.
Why?
Purely because, Sen, you're the man who's made the jokes about Dominic Perrottet in the podcast. I feel like you're the one who's brought it up. And purely
That
on
is
that,
true.
I think I'm going to go with Sensoroni.
Well, that theory of the people that are most anti-gay are actually closeted gay. Like
Correct.
that type
That
of
is
vibe,
what I
right?
say, yeah.
He's most anti-Dominic Perrottet, so deep down he's a fanboy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, fair enough, bro.
I'm glad you went down that path instead.
There was a lot of options.
Oh, Jesus.
Very worrying.
There for a second.
Very scared.
Backja.
I've gone myself as
Oh
well.
my God.
A similar logic to Sen, quite frankly. I think the religious nature of me,
Which is most accurate.
is
cool.
reflected in Dominic Perrottet, apparently.
But if we're going by looks, then I would say Miguel is closest in looks to Dominic
That is
Perrottet.
true. That is true, actually. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it's not looks. So it is you, Ro. That is correct. So Sen and Ro get a point.
All right.
there.
Can we get a quick score check here, Miguel?
Score check. So it's honestly as the theme of our running scoreboard. Ro's on 3, Sen's on 2, and Cushy, mate.
There's no point.
Another bagel.
There's no point, honestly.
Who was that sent in by the way?
That was sent in by Christina.
All right.
So next one we have is absent, away, red pilled.
This is excellent. I mean, really, this is a layup, isn't it? Or
I
is
feel
it?
this is slander.
This is a bit.
This
Come on,
is a-
even I should get a point for this.
What? Because your feelings got hurt.
A little bit, yes.
I would say red pilled is 2 words, not 1.
Well, there's a hyphen, so I'll count that as 1 word, to be honest with you. Alrighty, I think we can all share the whiteboards at the
I mean,
same
this is
time.
just 3 points.
This is just so you can get a
surely.
point on the board.
This is a
mate.
layup, bro. This is
All right,
a...
hang on. He's still writing his manifesto. It's in
Give
red
me a
as well.
second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Right,
Let
do you
him
want
cook.
to go through your answer first?
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, everyone knows this is Kush, and say less. Yeah.
I've also gone K Kundra.
I have also gone myself, but with a little extra
Caveat.
varnish there. I will hunt this person down, essentially, is what my manifesto says. Thank you very much.
It reads, you fuck, you're a piece of shit, I will hunt you down.
Have
Kush.
to blur that for TikTok. I
We're
think.
going to have to blur that.
Alrighty, you all get a point. Well done. That was
Should
sent,
we tell Kush who wrote that in? Because I fear
who
for
wrote
that person's
in?
life.
Come on, who wrote it in? Tell me.
sent in by Awad.
Okay.
All right,
So-
she,
How do you
I
spell
believe, is in the UK. So
In the UK, was it? How much is the flight?
You got frequent flyer points.
damn, that's rough.
That's
Well, the first 2 words I reckon you take.
yeah.
Yeah, the red pill
The red pill is a
Oh.
bit aggressive.
Yeah, you got all 3 of you got it straight away. So I don't know if that says more
No,
about.
to be fair, I got it off the first 2
Yeah.
words. I didn't need the third one.
I got off the first one.
Alrighty. The next one we have is big dick energy.
This
Which
one's
one of yous or me?
I don't
protrude-
know.
No one.
I think
I would say none of us.
we're very beta in a sense.
Okay, all right. Just Jesus.
but I don't-
all right, red pill.
All right,
calm
red pill.
down.
Shut up.
Just because you're hurt, don't bring the rest of us down.
You don't need to bring others down to feel better about
I'm
yourself.
sorry, but if anyone calls anyone big dick, you're objectively wrong. But
Mate, that's on our Patreon segment. We'll get it out and we'll measure them.
That'll be the next segment, dude. Measuring the
that's our Manscaped segment.
What? Just a literal measuring
a dick
contest.
measuring contest.
Jesus.
All right.
I've locked in something.
Alrighty, Ro, you've locked in something. What are you going?
I've locked in Migs, and this was tactical because Mig said, "Which one of yous or me?"
I didn't pick that up.
Well,
I
I did,
picked that up.
and Manu hasn't actually got an answer on him yet, so I think it might be him.
Alrighty.
I don't
Cushy.
believe this whatsoever, though.
Kush.
Alright, champion.
I too do not believe Migs to have big dick energy. I have chosen him because he hasn't been chosen so far, and I pity the man.
Fair play.
And I have also followed that same logic and gone with Miggy Bra.
Well, I'm glad to tell you you're all wrong,
Okay,
which is also factual.
good. Okay, who was?
It is Sen.
Nah, I 100% disagree.
You got to put on record that you disagree with big dick energy.
No, you take that every day of the week.
Yeah, exactly. You take it.
Who's written that in?
Mary has submitted that one in as well.
Really?
Interesting.
So Kush has got red
So it's
pill.
called you daddy and said you had a big dick. Oh,
Jesus.
the energy.
I hope she's written one for both of you as well. Otherwise, getting a bit worried.
Alrighty, the next one we have is glue logical low key.
Say it again.
Glue logical low key.
All right, I've locked in an answer.
I've locked in an answer as well.
Senny's still writing, but Ro, you can kick us off.
I've got Migs once again, back to back. Don't rub that out. You rubbing it out, Sen?
No, he's not rubbing anything out.
Make sure the
Take
pen.
it easy. Take it
Relax,
easy, everyone.
man.
Hands up,
This guy's
please.
getting jittery over there.
I would say that Migs is probably the most low key. Glue. I don't know if Migs shops at Glue, but
I've taken that another way. I will also agree with you, Ro.
oh, you going Manu as well?
Migs. And I went glue the podcast. He's
Yeah,
the man
glue
who
the
starts
podcast.
off.
Oh,
This is the
exactly.
outro. He is very low key. He is. I would say so as well.
Was this?
So, let's say
And I've also gone Manny and excuse my spelling of Pacquiao.
Read that. Well, P-A.
Pacquiao.
All right, yeah, you all get a point.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well done, well done.
Yeah. What's the score check here?
Score check. So Kush, you are on 2. Well done.
Woo!
But Sen is on 4 and Rose on 5.
Shit.
So
How many more do we have left?
got a lot of catching up. We're halfully actually.
Okay, good. I have a chance to come
You
back.
got plenty. You got plenty of time. Alrighty. Next one we have is honest, diligent rogue.
Oh, this one's throwing me
Who's
off
an
a little
honest
bit.
man? I can't say any of you are honest.
Diligent.
Diligent is the one.
Who's a
that-
diligent worker? You know, who's put themselves out in the pod and is a hard worker. And rogue, you could give to any form.
Yeah,
I
Rogue
feel.
is, that's not doing much.
Diligent is the one that's throwing me off.
Diligent.
Yeah, right. It's
It's a very particular word.
No, what the hell?
Diligent's a very particular word, man.
exactly. There's a lot of vocab there. It's
Sorry, before we continue, who wrote the last one in?
The last one was sent in by Matt.
Thank you.
Matt Cormier. Shout out him, actually. Big
friend of the
listener.
pod.
Me and him are having a good discussion about Canada.
I think we've all been seeing those notifications.
Yeah, we get the notifications, right?
Me and Matty are chatting about Women's World Cup.
He's on the DMs. He's from Canada. He's had a big chirp about the Canadian
That's true.
women's team, and lo and behold,
They got
we
smacked.
smacked them. So,
Sorry, read this one again for the third time.
honest, diligent, rogue.
Oh, I'm going to change my answer.
I've locked in an answer.
Righty. Senny has gone through
Sorry, yeah.
No, that's fine. It's gone
trying to
through.
Think about it. Think about it. There's 4 of us here.
Thank you, mate.
Take your time.
Okay.
I saw that. You changed your answer.
I changed it 3 times.
Yeah,
I literally
interesting.
put
I wrote
it.
it.
Yeah.
You're a big
I
jury.
honestly have no idea.
Ray, bring
I
us
have
through
no
your
idea.
thought process as well.
I think it's me.
You had to go 3 times through that. Oh, my God.
All right, well, start from finish. What was
He
your
just wrote his
thinking?
name 3 different times.
Honestly, I have no idea. Diligent does not describe me. Maybe it describes Kush. Kush is very diligent, but I do not know if the listeners know that.
I feel like
Kush
they
is
do,
diligent
though.
behind the scenes.
Well, we've said it many times. Like, Kush is the.
I think on that thought is why I pulled myself there.
Oh,
Because I think they know about the editing. And there's a bit of diligence there.
There
You know
is.
what I
There's
mean?
so much diligence.
I've also gone Kundra for that, but
Yeah.
I also tossed out Manu for the longest time as well. The
Yeah.
honest part was like, I think out of all of us, Manu's probably
Correct.
the most forthright.
fair enough. Fair enough. You should have stuck with your answer, right? It's Kush. No, it's
God
Kush.
damn it.
It's Kush. You're stuck
okay,
with it.
okay.
So send in Kush. Get a point
Did
there.
you write me first?
Yeah, I
Ro?
did. I
did. Yeah, I hate to see that.
And then he changed it to himself.
And then goes on to say the second word is not me.
That's upsetting.
I'd argue the
actually.
first one's not you either, honest.
That's
I am an
outrageous.
You
honest.
embellish all your stories.
No, incorrect.
That's outrageous. All right, we got the next one. Hilarious child lover.
Oh, well, say less. This is just another gimme.
Hilarious child lover.
Give me a second, drama manifesto again.
It's kind of bait if you put yourself for this as well, to be completely honest with you. All right, you can all show your boards. I feel like it's the same answer. Oh my God.
The third K is for caring.
So you got caring Kush Kundra. Got Kush Kundra clan. And then we got Kush, you fuck, I will hunt you down like Liam in Taken. Well, you're all correct. Well done. It is you, Kush. Any words?
The words are episode 1, season 2 of
Oh.
the podcast will always haunt me
I
because
was
Sen
gonna
makes
say, dude.
10 pedophile jokes, I'm pretty sure. So-
And since then, you specifically told us not to. So this person is an OG listener.
Yeah,
And I
OG
respect
listener.
that.
Well, it's stuck with you, so it is what it is. You all get a point there. Well done.
Who was it?
It was sent in by Raj. So shout out him.
I know him.
You know him. You hunt him down, will you?
I know him.
Alrighty, next one we have 3 words. Short, chatty, idiot.
Short. I can rule out 2 from here, right?
Yeah, known as Emil Yu.
Short, chatty, idiot.
I have gone through the motions and selected a choice.
Centurion, who have you put down?
Go on.
The gummy.
Go on, right, hit John Nynan.
And what was the reason?
Short, needless to say. Chatty, goes without saying. An idiot.
That one. Say
Yeah,
less.
say less.
So this,
And it is also, as Sen described, I have gone with Euro.
I
Right.
too have self-nominated myself.
well done. You all get a point there. It is
Okay.
you. Sent in by Cindy.
Do we...
Seems personal.
That's a massive violation from my girlfriend.
little point check. I'm on 5 here.
You're on 5. Sen's on 7. Rose on
You
7.
are on 5.
So the point is, it's head to head. It's up for grabs. There's only 1 point up for grabs this week. Alrighty. Next one we have is spontaneous, rogue, careless.
Rogue seems like the running theme. I feel like that's been multiple descriptions.
Well, we did say they could describe any of us, to be fair. A lot of writing there, Sen, but we'll start with you, Ro.
Once again, I self-nominate. I think I describe all those words are descriptions of me potentially.
We don't have to waste too much time
Yeah,
here.
let's-
I
let's
think
not
we've both
fuck
gone
around
with
too
Ro
much.
here. Sen and
Lovely. Fuck yeah. So Sen's put 9 and John Ray, and you're all correct. Well done. That one was sent in by Adam.
Oh,
So big up you, Adam. Next one, the raunchy one. Those are 3 words.
The
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 raunchy one.
raunchy one. Yeah, 3 words, and one of them was a the. So,
And the other one is one. So really we got raunchy.
so
You couldn't
raunchy.
find any synonyms alongside raunchy.
Raunchy.
Raunchy one.
It's a word I don't use often. It's a very apt word, I feel.
This one,
Is this throwing you?
yeah, because I can only go off one word. That's the problem. Have you locked yours in, Ro?
Yeah. Who is the raunchy one?
Is there anyone else that are raunchy? Okay. It's just a lot of writing going on over there, to be honest.
I don't know what he could have been writing, but I want to find out. So, Sen, what have you put?
Gone me, but not to be confused with Ben Me.
The Burnley centre
The
back.
Burnley centre back.
Thanks, mate.
So I've gone Sen.
I would have thought him. It's Cushy.
I went with Sen as well. I honestly, I don't know why, but maybe because Sen cracks the more raunchy jokes.
That's why I also went with it. I think I'm
Yeah.
the most blue out of all of us.
Maybe, yeah. Ro?
I too went with Sen_Thav
Check him out on Instagram.
because of that very reason. I think Sen likes to make raunchy jokes sometimes, although very
Yeah, I feel like I've eased off. a
Toned
bit.
down.
way toned down.
He's expanded his. You're all right.
Okay.
But yeah, fair enough.
Mate, this has been a hot streak from
All of us.
All of us, really.
Yeah.
The last 5 have just been
Non-stop.
back to back to back.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. All right, next one is Sweaty Fortnite Nerd. Oh,
Two of yous.
This one is...
I think.
Take your pick, really.
yeah, all four of us, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This one's... I think... This one might be tough for these two hooligans to the next to us, I think, Mix.
Well, really, it's between two people, right,
Yeah.
Sen?
Is it
it's
though?
between
Me
Sen
and
and
you.
Ro.
Who have you gone?
I've gone Maggle,
Yeah.
but I've also a little caveat or Kush.
Okay.
But I've gone with my chest for Maggle.
All right, Cushy.
I've gone with Miggy Bra.
Know yourself?
Yeah, not myself in this case, no.
And Ro, what have you fucking written down?
I've written Big M,
Like the milk.
the milk.
Yes, the milk.
Fair enough, you're all correct. Well
there
done.
you go.
Hot streak from all of you. Alrighty, we have two. That was from Christina, so fucking fair play. All right, two more to go.
So two more, and I think I have...
Kush, you can draw if they get them wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Else, it's up to these two, really.
Spice it up. Shall we throw one here?
Let's
Surely
see.
you just
How
have to
about no?
cheat, look at sends, and put a different answer at this point. Because, like,
You got to
No,
gamble.
yeah, I
you
gotta
have to
gamble.
gamble.
I have to gamble.
second last one. Upfront, passionate, opinionated.
I think a couple of us can fall into this.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Now I'm worried here because
No
this
one's
is
scared of having an opinion here.
We're quite open with our opinions. One would say.
Upfront, passionate, opinionated. Who's passionate about their opinions, you know? And who says them as it is up front, you know?
Is this person maybe a fan of the TCB debate? Loves the segment.
Could be, could be.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but that's not how it. That's not how I would describe this guy.
I have chosen my answer.
Yeah,
I've locked it in.
Give me a sec. So I actually need to think about this.
This is
Okay.
a tough one.
This one is.
This is actually a very tough one.
It's a nice way to end it off, to be honest.
There's two people that come to mind for this.
I think there's one person I can definitely safely say it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Throw
agree
it.
with that.
What?
Throw yours out. Let's see.
My answer? I've gone with myself.
All right. Why is that?
TCB debate. I often have quite a lot of opinions.
You're quite passionate.
I am quite passionate as well in the TCB debate, which is why I've gone with that route.
Alrighty, Senny.
I've also gone with Kushagra. And I think he is the most opinionated out of all of us. And he is passionate when he goes on his weird rants about things that he is passionate about.
All right, that's fair.
So I've gone big Kushagra.
And Ro?
But otherwise, and I think I know what his answer is.
It's another self-nomination.
I would have gone with Ro
I would
otherwise.
have gone with Rose, but that was my second one.
I actually thought that Sen was going to go Kush. So I had to go opposite because I want to win.
Smart.
Well, it's unreal because none of you have gotten it.
What?
Is it Sen?
It is Sen.
Really?
Matt thinks you are upfront, passionate, and opinionated. So,
Interesting. Well,
you know
I'm
what?
out.
Last round, to spice it up, double points.
No,
double
no.
points.
Double points. Yeah.
Wait, so let's
Yeah.
say, all right, well, hang on.
So
hang
if
on, hang on,
Sen
hang
and
on.
Ro get it wrong and Kush gets it, it's a three-way
Tie.
draw and we'll have a
All right, say less. That
Tiebreaker.
works.
Wait,
That
do you
works.
have other ones?
I have plenty. The
Okay.
listeners, thank you. You've sent in a lot. I have plenty.
Done.
No.
No,
No, it will be.
Ro and I have worked hard to get this
It's
lead.
most likely because judging by it's most likely it's going to be easy. I'm not going to get there. So
No,
fine.
this is outrageous. How are we
Mix,
just
just go
twisting
along
it
with
We'll
all?
do it, and then if so, by Jove it happens,
All
we'll,
right, go. By
we'll
Jove,
address it
let's
from
go.
then. Alrighty, last one for the day. The last three words are silly Asian man. It's not me, by the way. So
What is...
Jesus.
I mean, to be fair, we are like South
No,
Asian.
I agree.
I understand.
I agree.
The stakes are so high for this one.
which one of you is silly, you know?
This one's actually pretty tough.
If I lose this, I'm going to be so angry as well. Oh, Sen's writing so much. Okay. And it's not Migs. Kush is looking at me really strangely.
Rose stressed.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
so
stressed.
stressed.
Like, you might have cut some bits out, Kush, but he has been stressed.
All right.
All right, Sen, let's go with yours first. Let's
Honestly, I just, it was the first name that came to mind. I just wanted to write this joke more than anything. I went through a process of elimination. I knew it was a 9, and so I had to go through all the names. I knocked out Bindu first.
Nice.
Then I went to Nick, couldn't be him. Was a Baron potentially. But then I landed, it has to be Ro N.
The one and only. I've also gone with Ro.
And you've gone Ro. So it is you, Ro. Well done.
There we go.
So we'll have a tiebreaker between Seni and Ro because you're equal points. Kush.
Bang.
Double points for me. I'll play for fun.
Yeah, you get double points. You're still,
Yeah, I'll
you're
play
still
for fun.
behind. You'll play for fun, all right? Fair play. Alrighty, last one, tiebreaker, Sen and Ro. This is not only to win this week's game, but also for the point on the board. Sen is sitting on half, Ro sitting on 2. This could be huge for the swing of things. The Macca's challenge. This could be a huge one. Last 3 words are goat, bull, lion. So somehow,
Calling us animals.
someone out there has picked out 3 animals to describe someone here in the pod. Kush, you can play for fun if you'd like.
I've already locked in my answer, Meeks.
You've
Already
locked one in?
done this.
That's good from you.
Yeah, locked it in.
All right, this is based on nothing, right? What could you possibly...
I don't know.
All right.
I think I based it on some stuff. You really shouldn't be writing more than 4 letters.
I've locked it in.
Okay. Interesting. Whatever that is. All right. We'll start with you, Kush. You were very confident. What'd you put down?
I put myself. Goat. What else?
Say
can you
less.
Say? What else can you say?
So you
I
just
don't know
listened-
about the other 2, but we'll
You
go
heard
with
the
that.
first one and then stopped.
Seni, what have you written down?
I have gone MLC Cardenas, Mr. Miguel.
Why is that?
Goat, bull, lion. I've taken that as the leader, the forefront, the face, if you will. And that's how I've interpreted it.
My second thought was this is Migs has just done it himself, and it's him.
It's
That's
written
my
in
second
by
thought.
Migs.
Yeah, it's the second thought. That's my second
Written in
thought.
by Anonymous, actually.
Yeah.
Rowie, what have you fucking put on your board?
This is me trying to draw some weed. But it's not a very good drawing, but I think it's Kush.
So
It's like a Christmas tree.
we could have a winner here. And we do have a winner here.
Wow. So it's either Miguel or myself as the answer. Wow.
So congratulations to this week's winner. Ro, you've gotten the point. Well done. It is Kushagra Kundra. Fuck. It's unreal.
Double points, baby.
That's
I
unreal.
drew with Sen. Let's go.
That's unreal. So, Ro, you have 13. Sen has 12. Kush has 10. And we look to the lead. Do you want to do the honors, Ro? Do you want to update your
I would
score?
love to update the leaderboard. I'm
So-
only half a point behind you, Manu.
That's
Watch
unreal.
out.
Yeah, well, I've put my hand up. I've been so far and away that I sat out around. So,
Good man.
And who sent that last bullshit one in?
last, I don't think it's bullshit. How did Ro get it?
No,
My
because
techers.
I also heard goat, and I'm just like, if someone was to describe the goat of the podcast, everyone loves Kush.
That one was sent in by Skylar. So shout out him. He's given you a lovely app
Him.
description.
Skylar's a him.
I've seen the
We'll
photo.
double check that one.
Seen the photo. So that leaves with me on 3.5, Ro on 3, Sen on half, Cushy on 0.
We're struggle straight, Sen.
Mate, this
But Kush, you're only 1 week away from taking over the lead. Like, Senny's not even a week ahead of you.
That is
You don't
correct.
need to be first. You just need to not be
Not be
last.
last.
I would like to get a point. Is the issue? I don't think it's first or last at this point.
Alrighty, well done, fellas. Breaking news, fellas. Manscaped now has beard products available in your country. That's right. They are now once again revolutionizing men's grooming with the brand new Beard Hedger Pro kit. From a beard trim to a fresh shave, the technology behind the Beard Hedger Pro kit allows you to shape your signature beard look like never before. You can finally use Manscaped products to make your drapes match the carpet by going to manscaped.com and using the code TCB for 20% off and free shipping. Alrighty, boys. It's time to tame your mane. So say goodbye to all your stubble trouble with Manscaped's Beard Hedger Pro Kit. It starts with a beard hedger. First off, this cordless trimmer has a rotary wheel that gives you 20 hair cutting lengths, all with one guard, so no more messy drawers, full of extra add-ons. The kit comes with all types of things. You got a beard shampoo, beard conditioner, beard oil, a beard balm. Doesn't come with a beard, as you can tell, but it comes with all sorts of things. So get 20% off and free shipping with code TCB at manscaped.com. That is 20 whole percentage points off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code TCB at checkout. Manscaped Beard Hedger, one stroke, one guard, 20 whole lengths.
Boys, got a new segment for you guys this week. Heroes and villains. This is where I want to celebrate some local, shops, restaurants, etc., and also slander the ones that are not being up to par. And this comes from me this week. I went into the office twice this week, and I bought lunch twice this week. And it was two very different experiences, I'll tell you that.
Here we go.
Wow.
So first, I want to start with the positives here. I want to shout out a place. I want to shout out Guzman Y. Gomez in Barangaroo. It has been keeping me alive, I'll tell you that. I had a look. Boys, there's an app for GYG.
Yep.
Are you guys familiar with this?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Basically, every 6th or 7th order, you get $10 off your next order.
Mm-hmm.
I've checked my app. In the last 3 weeks, I've ordered 7 times from GYG.
Wow.
And I have to say, the quality is perfect every single time.
What are you ordering?
I'm glad you asked, bro. So I'm not a fan of burritos. I don't like the idea that I'm have to, peel away at it and eat it. Because it's
Really?
a precarious way you have to eat.
No, it's not.
it's not.
It's closed at the bottom.
Maybe because I've had bad experiences with kebabs in the past.
Kebabs are open at the bottom. I understand that because there's
Yeah.
leakage.
But I'm scarred from the past, bro. So any
Burritos
kind of
a closed parcel, mate.
You can
Top and bottom.
I don't even think you have to unwrap it like that. If you wanted to, if you so tickles your fancy, you could just unwrap it completely and hold it like
Nah. I'm off.
didgeridoo.
I'm off.
Shit, holding a burrito like that? I can't, nah.
Well, like a baby.
Dude, it feels naked. Yeah, holding a burrito like that. It just feels wrong.
I wouldn't do it,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying
The option is
you're
there.
able to
I
do
don't
it.
want my hands on the pita bread, bro. What the? It just feels so wrong.
So no, I'm off any kind of cylindrical based food objects.
All right.
So I'm a burrito bowl man. So you get a burrito bowl, grilled chicken spicy,
Oh, yes.
and you add guacamole.
Oh, yes.
And let me tell you, that is a meal and a half. Because they're pumping out, during lunchtime, they're pumping out, I reckon, 100, 200 burrito bowls like that. So you're getting nice, fresh chicken. You can see the grill. You can look through the back of the restaurant. You can see them grilling the chook in the back.
It's good.
It's very good. So that was excellent. And it's lunchtime. You order on your app. By the time you walk over there, it's already ready. Consuela's giving you the burrito bowl in your hand.
I don't think there's any Consuelas in Sydney, my guy.
Have you never been to a GYG? I don't know if they're Consuelas, but they're definitely Hispanic of some sort. And credit to them because they can make a mean burrito bowl.
Have you had the breakfast burrito from GYG?
I'm glad you brought that up as
I
well.
maintain that is the best.
The GOAT.
I haven't had that yet.
Dude, it is the best fast food item in Sydney.
Seriously?
Yeah, maybe even the world.
What's in it? What's in a breakfast burrito?
So you get chorizo, you get scrambled eggs, you get bacon.
Oh,
and
Get
you
a hash brown.
And you get hash brown in there
Inside,
as well.
inside the
All
burrito.
inside.
I'm not even kidding. Kush, I actually implore you to try it.
Okay, I
Because
because
you have to.
GYG, okay, great establishment. I actually have a problem with the drive-through. I don't think GYG should have a drive-through. The one in Barangaroo does not.
Yeah.
The one
okay.
in Auburn, that drive-through.
Yeah, I hate the
That's
drive-through
horrendous.
GYG. I'm waiting like 20 minutes, right? But I'm willing to wait for a breakfast burrito because it is that
Serious?
good.
Okay, done. I'll try it on Monday morning, right? And I'll come back next week. With
Give us
my
a review.
That's
I
sweet.
promise you won't be disappointed. It is a cracker.
All right.
Egg as well. There's egg in the burrito as well.
Class.
Staple has to be.
You'd hope so with a breakfast burrito.
So then comes Thursday, and I'm like, I already got GYG on the Tuesday. You can't be going double dipping. I mean, you can. I've done it many times before, but I'm like, I want to try something different. So then I went to the canteen in Barangaroo, and there's a shop called Georgie Boys. It's a cafe. And now, Miguel, you'd be familiar with Georgie Boys.
I am.
And back in, a few years ago, I used to be an ultra of Georgie Boys. I used to be,
We used to work close together in Barangaroo when we used to get lunch. Always Georgie Boys, this guy.
and let me tell you what they give you. So they have they have the sandwiches, and then off to the side they have the hot bar. and they have chips, potato and mash, pasta. They have chicken schnitty, roast pork.
Couple of salads, coleslaw, and whatnot.
Exactly.
Yep,
So you can build your own box, is what they call it. One protein, one side. Famously, is what they say.
Yep.
And back in the day when I first started working in this area, it used to be $11.50, one protein, one side. And there was one guy who was there. Every time he saw me, because I went disgustingly often,
Yep.
he would see me and he'd be like,
Usual.
brother. And he used to pack the freaking thing in there. You
Oh.
couldn't even close the lid on it.
Beautiful.
So I was getting my money's worth.
Georgie?
Sorry?
You reckon that's Georgie?
I don't think it was the Georgie because I think he got swiftly fired soon after. I think for overpacking. And you get free gravy as well. Oh, well, he used to give me free gravy.
Beautiful.
So a couple of years ago, I was going at least once, even twice a week.
Yep.
I haven't been in a while, so I went back and I decided to rekindle my passion for Georgie boys. I went there. What used to be $11.50 is now $14.50. One protein, one side. The
Yep.
box is also smaller.
Well,
Yeah.
shrinkflation.
My brother, let's call him Georgie, is no longer there. So I got served by someone else. They barely filled it to the top. They charged me for gravy. What about the food? Horrific.
Jeez.
That bad.
Horrific. Chips were cold.
Yeah.
The meat was chewy. And dude, the next day I felt my stomach was rumbling a bit.
Oh.
Now, I'm not going to blame Georgie boys for that, but, you know, I'm putting
Some of
two
you
and-
out there can put two and two together.
Exactly.
Did you have a bad stomach after the GYG burrito bowl set?
Never in the last.
Speaks volumes, dare I suggest.
To Georgie boys, you need to pick your game up.
I will say
You
I,
are horrendous.
I have gone to the Georgie Boys in
There's one on George Street.
one in George Street. That one's actually not that bad.
It's class.
Georgie Boys at George Street is not that bad. Like
But they
I
don't have the
think-
hot food section.
Yes, they do. They
Oh,
do.
what? I saw
Yeah.
it walk past it. They don't have it.
There's two in George Street. There's one in. We're just gonna start naming the little places. World Square, and then there's one in.
There's one in front of EY. Like down
Yes,
near Circular
yes,
Quay. That's
yeah,
the one
yeah.
I've seen. And they don't
Yeah.
have the hot food there.
Yeah, there's two Georgie Boys. Yeah, and
I've never heard of Georgie Boy. This is the first time I've ever
What?
heard the name Georgie
They're
Boy.
Sydney corporate, staple.
It's you see the suits. The suits are always there every single time.
But yeah, they need to pick their game up because they have fallen off massively and it kind of hurts.
I like to slander Zeus Street Greek. Wow, that is a tongue twister. Firstly, all right, I went there for the first time, the one in Macquarie. They opened up a new shop there. And I was like, you know what? I would love a street Greek meal.
Class. Doesn't that sound beautiful? Street Greek food. Oh,
Unbelievable. When I was in Greece, I had plenty of those things. I loved it. So I look in, I'm like, all right, what's doing here? There's like a bowl, $22, build your own bowl. I was like, no dramas.
Spartan Bowl, they call it.
That's the one. Spartan bowl. I go there, I'm like, can I get a Spartan bowl? Chicken, fries, salad, and then like tzatziki, right?
yeah.
22 sheets. Already I'm like, this is a bit much. Then they put the plate in front of me, and quite frankly, it's like a children's meal. The portion sizing is so small. I'm like, dude, well, I paid $22 for this. I'm not hungry. Okay, granted the food was decent.
Was it?
I'll give them that. The chicken was seasoned pretty nicely.
Okay.
I have a differing opinion to Road
Yeah.
here. No, as in, I am pro
Oh, what?
Zeus Street
Oh.
Greek Street.
Okay.
The food is good.
Zeus Greek Street.
The only thing that was bad,
The price.
the price and the chips. The chips were soggy and quite frankly, like just not well cooked, in my opinion.
That's my experience with the ZTG. It's just ZSG. It's just the chips are soggy.
Really? I went the other day. The chips were top class. They were crisp,
Sen?
well
I got
seasoned.
I got a Heros from there. Oh, what do they call it?
They call it pita wrap.
Pita
Which
wrap.
is a bit haram. I was there the other day, mate. It's it's fresh in my memory.
No, so I got one of those at that same Macquarie one that opened up recently. And to be fair, I went near closing time.
Yeah, that's always a bit
The
rough.
meat was a bit rancid. It tastes a bit off. I got lamb as well, so it's a precarious meat to cook at the best of
Look,
times.
it was good
And
off
I
a
don't know, 15-year-old Charlie at the back there's equipped enough culinary to make a lamb.
Fair enough.
So that might have been the start of the problems.
Yeah, but it's good enough for Spaniards. So it's
also
not good enough
no.
for you.
I ordered. I was the only one there. It took them 25 minutes for them to make my order.
Near
Yeah, it took a long
closing,
time.
mate. They're fucking cleaning up, mate.
It's meant to be fast food. It was anything but.
I got mine quick. I was at the same one. How did I get mine quicker when it was peak time?
Man, I'm telling you, they're hiring some lazy people there.
Why do you like it so much, Manu?
Mate, the lucumades I got the other day, those were top tier.
I didn't go
Fresh,
dessert. I didn't go
warm.
dessert.
Desserts.
No, and I got the bowl as well. I didn't get chips, granted. There was chips to share, so maybe that was a completely different ball game. But I got the bowl. It was lovely.
They do cook the
The
chicken.
quality
really
is
well.
good. As you said, quality is good. I didn't find any problems with the serving size. Maybe you got dicked on that one.
Did
I
you go
don't
to
know.
Macquarie?
I got the Macquarie one as well.
Dude, it was tiny. Like the plate that they put it in, they like the chips, there was like literally like 10 chips and they were all undercooked.
Oh,
The
no.
chicken, there was like 4 pieces.
I got more than 4.
Yeah.
I don't know what you got.
I got some dirty dog at the back who's not
Charlie.
generous. Yeah, Charlie.
It was class. I'll tell you that much for free. I'm pro. You know, that's my shout out actually. Zeus Street Greek.
No, we can't go from the breakfast burrito from GYG to Zeus
I've
Street.
only had pleasant experiences, so I don't know what to tell you. Alrighty, fellas, that brings us to the end of yet another episode. The boys have left. I have changed outfits. Definitely not another day. Definitely didn't forget to do the Manscaped bit and the outro. And I'm definitely not sitting in Kush's seat holding Sen's mic because I'm too lazy to go over to my section. But that's besides the point. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Thank you again for everyone that submitted your 3-word response of all the boys. We had fun doing it. And if you have any segment ideas or you have any thoughts or anything like that, feel free to DM us on @criticalbanter. Make sure to follow us so you don't miss out on the next opportunity to send in any sort of answers or any sort of questions or stories that we'd like to hear from you guys for our next segments. With all that, we will see you guys next week.